Okay, Claire, so let's go ahead and look at this course. Now, this is from May of 2018. This was an Anthony course setup, a full course that I set up in my building that looks much better in your yard than it did in my building. So on this, we'll start off here at the beginning. Very, very few things that I would recommend changing or tweaking on this. This ran really nice for you. I'm a big fan of the lead out push into number 3. That might be something that you would want to consider other options on. The only thing that maybe you would want to look at is an option that gives you a little bit more motion off the start line. I know, again, for me, I'm a fan of this. I think it gives early information. It lets the dog know where to go. But for some people, there's just the absence of motion, the stationary position slows the dogs down. Now, I didn't really see that. You had good drive up to number 2 and a really, really good preparation for the turn. So you could see those added strides that got him prepared for the turn there off of jump number 2. Now here we get just a little bit far away, although the viewing of this with the camera up on the ladder is easier. It doesn't look like you had any trouble with the turn to the wheeze. So the big issue here was the placement of the A-frame. As handlers had to go forward to get around the A-frame, dogs were wanting to go wide. You seemed to stay far enough ahead that you actually got around that A-frame. If you can see here, you're actually stepping to the right and bending to the right as he's over that panel there. So already you can see you're turning and he's not yet landed. Being that far ahead is a big part of what helps, because if you're still next to the dog and you're not able to move lateral because of the placement of the A-frame, the dogs want to go forward. In your case, you were actually able to show motion to the right on time, which gave you that nice turn into the weave pole. So that part, also another tricky part for many people, did not really prove to be much of an issue. Great front cross coming over and up the A-frame. And then now we have this kind of, series of distance components. Beautiful teeter. And I will have to say, I'm just going to pause that for a moment to say a lot of people don't maintain the consistency of their contacts when they're running full courses or when they're filming something. They think, okay, I'm filming it. I'm on the clock. Jen, Sarah, Esteban, they're watching. And props to you for maintaining that beautiful teeter criteria and then into the tunnel. So the distance part, easy peasy for you. I will say that I thought that blind cross could have been a little bit earlier. Given how far ahead you were, I might have actually just run into the blind cross while he was back there in the tunnel, where you waited and then lifted for the went into that blind cross just a little bit late. So I think you could have been a little quicker on that one. Backside curl looked pretty. Backside on the far wing, that's going to be an interesting part to see what might have been the faster option. Whether the far wing, because it was longer distance, but you can see you get an easier jumping effort, and I like the approach down the dog walk. So looking just at execution of that looked really good. All right, another nice send to a front cross here. Really good decel. So the turn right here, I'll pause, this turn right here, and the turn that you got on weave poles jump A-frame, really good deceleration into those front crosses. I think those can be hard for people, and you're doing a good job with them. He's doing a good job of responding to them. And then nice little, front cross right out here to finish. So all in all, really good work. I like the drive and intensity I see on these, maybe a little bit more than the small spaces. And it gives you multiple challenges. It gives you a whole series of challenges. And as you said on this one, a chance to set up your contact. So great work on that.